Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode of Hey Big Grilling. Now tonight, it's a weeknight, but we're gonna make up some shrimp tacos. These will go by very quick, very easy, so let's get started. All right, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna dice this tomato. Now that we've got it diced and in a bowl, we're gonna sprinkle in some salt. That'll bring the juice out of the tomato. All right, so I've got about half an onion worth here that I kind of diced up. Not super fine, but we're just gonna add that to the bowl with our diced up tomatoes. Now we're gonna take this jalapeno, we're gonna cut the stem off here. We're gonna de-seed it and dice it up. All right, folks, so now we've got us a bunch of cilantro here. We're just gonna dice this up really fine. All right, folks, now we're gonna take just a lime and we're gonna cut it into quarters here, about like that. Oh yeah. Cut it again, like that. And then like that. I have not mixed any of this in together yet, so I'm gonna take this first lime wedge. Ooh, good juicy lime too, buddy. Just gonna squeeze that down in there. I'm gonna do all four. All right, so now that we've got all these ingredients mixed in together, now I'm gonna take my little mixing tool here, just so I can be using this here spatula. I'm just gonna mix these ingredients all in together. Alrighty, so now we're gonna take some saran wrap and just put this in the refrigerator for a little bit. I should have got up earlier this morning and made this before going to work, but I didn't. But put this in the refrigerator and let these flavors kind of mesh in together. Alrighty, so now that we got our pico made, now we're gonna move over to what we're gonna season the shrimp with. And first thing we're gonna do is put a 1/4 cup of olive oil into a bowl. Next, we're gonna take a jar of minced garlic, and I'm not using a real measurement on this. I'm just kind of using a teaspoon worth, but just put me a clump in there. Next thing we're gonna add is 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Ooh, a little heavy. That's all right. Next, we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of sriracha sauce. All right, next thing we're gonna do is add 3 tablespoons worth of honey. Now that we've got those ingredients together, we're just gonna stir this all in together. All right, so off camera, I went ahead and just tossed my shrimp. These were just the small shrimp that I picked up at Walmart. All right, but I went ahead and tossed them into this mixture. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is take my hand here, and I'm just gonna mash this shrimp all up in, or not mash it, but mix it all up in with that sauce that we mixed up, so that way the whole shrimp gets good and coated. And then, now I got some wooden skewers here. Now the wooden skewer is optional, but it makes things a lot easier out on the grill. But now we're just gonna take our shrimp here, we're just gonna feed them through. Like I said, these are little shrimp, so I can get a lot of them on this one skewer. All right, so we went ahead and fired up the grill. We're shooting for that 425 mark. Alrighty, folks, we've hit that beautiful mark, 425. Now, we're just gonna set these shrimps right down on the grill like this. Close the lid for 3 minutes. And yes, after I put the skewers on the grill, I went and rinsed out the pan. All right, so we just hit 3 minutes. We're gonna flip these over, see how they're starting to get that kind of pinkish color to them. That's what we're after. Now, before we flip them, what we're gonna do, that mixture that we made, we're just gonna come back and brush that onto the shrimp here. All right, so now we're gonna flip these rascals just like so. And now before we close the lid, we're gonna come back and we're gonna brush this side of the shrimps. Just like that. We got them all brushed in. They're already starting to get that good color. And so rather than going with 3 minutes, we're gonna go with 1.5 minutes. Alrighty. Folks, these shrimps looking beautiful. Now I went with these smaller shrimp because I feel like they're gonna work best for a taco. So let's get these in the house. All right, folks, we got this beautiful looking shrimp here on this skewer. We're just gonna slide them down onto a tortilla. I went with flour. My beautiful bride went with corn. Now we're gonna take that pico that we made earlier. Just gonna sprinkle that right along the top here. About like that. Yeah. All right, folks, here we go with that all important taste test. Folks, that was so good. That shrimp with that soy, that honey, the sriracha mixed in on there on it, and then that pico on top of it. Folks, now the shrimp skewers here, all right, another great idea for tailgating. Football season's coming up, right? Make a bunch of those, take them to a get together, and I guarantee you they're gonna love them. So y'all please try these things. They're quick, all right, they're quick. 3 minutes one side, minute and a half on the other side. Very good, very tasty, delicious. So y'all please let me know what you think of the video. Y'all like, subscribe, and we'll see y'all later.